If you are someone who has big dreams for yourself, then you should know not everyone has those, and that's okay. We all lead very different lives with different intentions and objectives beyond that. One is not inherently better than the other because there are pros and cons that come with each of them. But some people know they have big dreams they are meant to pursue. Some of those people who do feel that calling don't have the self-esteem to trust that. So they become bitter at their own choices to settle. They are always free to make a different choice as long as they have breath in their bodies. But if you are someone who wants to be loyal to that calling from within and above, then you need to audit the people you choose to share your space and energy with. In my last video, I talked about how loyalty to self is the way to be authentically loyal because as within, so without, as above, so below. Putting codependent relationships and groups above your path and best interests is self-disloyalty. One of the biggest ways people choose to sabotage themselves from leveling up is being unwilling to give up relationships to friends, siblings, partners, and parents they love, who prevent that path from opening up for them. They feel guilty and like they're bad people for leaving these other grown adults behind because they have a history together. But here's the thing. If they aren't cheering for you, if they are chipping away at your self-esteem, if they are sabotaging you and your opportunities, then they don't really love you. That is codependency. They are crabs in a bucket who are afraid you will outshine them and prove they might not have been right in settling for less from themselves. They were too afraid of the judgment and difficulty it requires, so they judge and make it difficult to prove their fears right. And no matter what position they have, if they don't want you to be your happiest self, to live your happiest, best life, then they don't have the capacity to love and respect themselves well enough to love and respect you. They don't love you because they can't love anyone well, and that is not your shortcoming. But letting them achieve that sabotage often calcifies into bitterness that makes you the next generation of crabs in the bucket. The people who do love others well, because their love stems from self-respect and the self-discipline that evolves from that, will be your loudest cheerleaders. Cherish them. They are rare and they are precious relationships. Appreciate them for the gems they are, and in allowing you to be authentically loyal to yourself and your path, you can then extend secondary loyalty to them, which includes being honest about your boundaries and your capacity in reciprocating effort to sustain the relationship for the long run. And because they are loyal to themselves and take responsibility for meeting their own needs, they will honor those boundaries respectfully. Don't become a bitter Betty by being disloyal to yourself over the illusion of loyalty to someone who actually wants to sabotage you. You are precious, you are worthy, and you are loved.